What is up, people? What is up, base heads of the world? It's your boy, the OG Soda Pop Kid, coming to you direct down here in my storage unit garage. And it's been a while since I posted a video. As y'all do know, some months ago I sold all my subs and amps. All right, I know what I'm planning on doing. I want to do 615s and 6 amps, and probably not the same brands. I have something in mind what I want to do, but all that's put to a screeching halt right now because one, I got some debt to pay off that I've been paying off, and it'll cost me about $5,000 for new subs and amps. Okay, that's the first thing. Secondly, all right, I need some framework done in the back of this car on the passenger side and the rear. I need some welding done on that frame. That's another thing. And this is an issue that's happened within the last week and a half right here. The timing, see that timing cover? I ain't got no water pump or nothing on it. Well, this is the issue. Tomorrow, as of tomorrow, I got to attempt to pull off the harmonic balance. I got a harmonic balancer pulley I got rented from Advanced Auto Parts, okay? Pull off that harmonic balance to get the timing plate off of there. Okay, because 4 consecutive times I've tried to put the water, my plans was to go back to a manual water pump. I don't want to leave this out. For belt wrapping purposes, to have more belt wrapping. When I had a manual water pump on my car before, I did not have no belt slippage or no squilling or chirping at all. I went to an electric water pump, and I no longer had a pulley to support, the extra belt, the belt. Okay? And I was been getting belt slippage and chirping still. And I thought when I changed the other alternator bracket that I had on here, which was crooked anyway, okay, that all that squilling and everything would stop everything now that everything's perfectly straight. But it didn't stop it. Okay, it didn't stop the chirping and squilling. It's just annoying. So I wanted to go back to a manual water pump, but I can't. I'm with Ardius Reynolds and Carl. I'm married to that electric pump now because the way that I designed this bracket is pushed back further. And so now the water pump, the water neck is too long. And it doesn't line up with the pulleys now. And when I had the electric one on there, it was like if I would have known that, I would have left everything alone. I wouldn't have touched it. And I wouldn't have the problem I'm having now. Ever since I pulled it off, and I went to put the electric one back on some time ago, this hole here that mounts on the water pump, this hole. You see how all that metal is gone out of there now? I had rethreaded it because it's stripped. So I had tap and dyed it, and everything was cool until I went to put it back on. So I went to put it back on just to find out it wasn't holding the water pump on tight down there, and it kept leaking from here. It kept leaking, and I pulled it off. Changed the gaskets, kept changing the gaskets, then I started putting the silicone stuff on there to stop it, and it wouldn't stop it from leaking there. And then I realized that this is stripped all over again. So I was going to tap and dye it again, but then found out that this hole, now the metal is gone here, and this whole opening. So now, in order for me to try to repair that, I gotta take the whole timing cover off. And I even ordered a brand new timing cover, brand new black, shiny black timing cover. I gotta take the harmonic balancer off and everything to get back there, to see what I can do, like pack JB Weld in there or put a piece of metal up in there and then pack JB Weld around it to be able to drill a new mounting hole there. You know what I mean? And while it's off, I can check my timing chain too. Like I haven't never had no timing problems, but I can check and see if the timing chain is loose or tight, which I got a double roller right there. So I may be able to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. And this is the first time I ever attempted to do something like that by myself. You know what I mean? So My question is, to some of you mechanics that may be watching this, is it possible, and I went up on YouTube and searched for like 2 days videos of someone that has an Oldsmobile 350. This is a 350 rocket out of a 73. I was checking to see if any of them guys, any videos where they pulled off the timing cover, you know what I mean, and able to put the timing cover back on and pull it off without dropping the oil pan. Okay, and I seen one guy that did get it out of there without dropping the oil pan, but it didn't show him putting it back in without dropping the oil pan. So one guy took 2 bolts out of each side, and what he did is put screwdrivers in there and broke down the oil pan a little bit in order to get this timing plate back in. I'm trying to not have to do that. I hope I don't have to do that. I'm just asking y'all, is it possible to get the timing cover out of there and back in without having to try to drop part of that oil pan? Because this is an Oldsmobile, and that whole cross member may have to come out to drop the whole entire pan. The whole damn cross member, man, and I'm not trying to go through that. But I do want to fix that metal, to pack JB Weld in there, pack metal in there with JB Weld surrounding it, in order to be able to tap and drill a new 5/16 hole right there. Like I said, this is, see that it drops away, that whole metal's gone. And it happened when I pulled out that I pulled out a helicoil. The helicoil didn't last long that I had in there. It stretched all out. It wouldn't hold. It wouldn't lock. Yeah, it wouldn't let the bolt tighten. I was getting leakage. And kept getting leakage. 4 times in a row I pulled off that damn water pump, bro. It's leaking. Kept leaking. Kept leaking. Kept leaking. I was like, okay. And I see there's some metal. There's still some metal in the back. Now maybe I may be able to just drill back through here into the block. Drill back into this block. All right. This is crazy, man. This is crazy. Yeah, I'm trying to see how far back that's all going. How far back all that's going. Yes, that's what this is doing. There's no threading. But maybe I can cheat a little bit and drill a hole back in the back and then run a stud in there. Run a stud in there instead. Because I'm going to be using studs like what's down here. I'm going to be using studs to mount it. So maybe I can attempt that. But still, the gasket, I think this timing plate, I think there needs to be a gasket. Yeah, the gasket's all ripped, see? Yeah, I need to put a new gasket in there anyway, because all it's going to do is leak. Okay, so, yeah, I need you mechanic guys to tell me if that plate can come off, man, without unbolting that oil pan. Because I know what I'm in for, man. I know what I'm in for. Tomorrow morning. I would be on it today, but no, I just got off of work and I don't feel like it. Yeah, I don't feel like it, man. Unbelievable. Soda Pop Kid, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. I'm going to post this up as soon as I'm done. Peace.